Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. I have my door open. Hopefully it doesn't creep anybody out. We actually have a baby kitten and he is walking around somewhere. I heard him meowing, so I'm actually home alone and I don't want him to hear me and then get sad that he can't come in. We've had a cat before him for like 15, 16 years. Unfortunately, he escaped a couple of times when we moved to our new home about 4 years ago. And that third time he escaped, he just didn't want to come back. And unfortunately, like wildlife just got to him. And it's been maybe about like a year and a half. So kind of missed having a little pet and little animal around. Couldn't get a dog. My son is severely allergic to dogs. Unless we got like a hypoallergenic dog, but honestly, we don't have time to take the dog, like if we did get a dog, for walks or just give it the attention that it needs. And with a cat, like they're so much more independent, and it just, I mean, it worked out before. We had one for 15 years and it was fine. So we have a baby kitten. His name is Rex. I hope he pops in so I can show you all. He is so cute. I hope he's not gonna stay little forever. I'm just like, I hope he stays little forever. He's not, but he is so tiny. He's about like 8 weeks right now, 7, 8 weeks. Maybe I'll just go grab him later so you guys can see. Here is our kitty Rex. He's laying on our bed. Hi, Rex. What are you doing? He is such a sweet kitty. Anyways, in today's video, I have polishes to share with you from LACQUER for their Black Friday sale. All of these polishes will be releasing Thursday, November 23rd at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There are going to be tons and tons of different sales going on, one of them being 15% off the entire site. That will exclude the Doorbuster, the Mystery Grab bags, and the Crackle polishes. But 15% off still, like that's amazing. You're going to get free shipping if your purchase totals over $75, and not just US orders, international orders will also get free shipping if it's over $75. You're gonna have a gift with purchase polish. There are going to be grab bags that are gonna be $14. Those grab bags will contain small batches, polishes from past releases. There's going to be a Doorbuster polish and $7 Mystery Crackle polishes. There are going to be, this sun is intense. I'm like tempted to move, but I don't really want to. All of the new collections are going to be 15% off for the first 24 hours. Now, that's a lot of money saving. That's a lot of money saving. We could do that girl math, right? You've seen that girl math going around on social media, but that's a lot of savings. I'm going to, of course, leave all of that information down below. So if you don't remember it, feel free to play this back, or you can just click down below and you can read all of it too. Now, what I'm going to be swatching for you all today are the two collections, the Doorbuster and the gift with purchase. All right, so that was a lot, and I know you want to see all of these beautiful polishes that are going to be for sale very soon, so let's get into it. We're going to be starting off with the Doorbuster, and this one is Glowy AF. So like I mentioned earlier, in this, like all of the details will be listed in the description box below, but the Doorbuster is going to be $6 for the first 12 hours, or while supplies last, and then raised up to normal pricing of $12. So this one is described as a pale, creamy purple base with glowy purple shimmer. And the name is 100% accurate because holy moly, this is definitely glowy as F. I built it up to full opacity for my short nails in 2 coats. I think longer nails, you may want to do a 3rd thin coat, with the potential to see a little bit of nail line, I think. It just depends. But this polish is absolutely stunning. I love the dustiness effect to it, but it still has that glow, right? Usually you don't think of like a dusty polish that has a glow. It's usually like dusty and, you know, muted, not anything too crazy. But this has dustiness with that beautiful shimmer, that beautiful glowy purple shimmer. I love the combo of that purple, like creamy base with the purple shimmer in here. Definitely a beautiful polish. The formula itself can be on the thicker side. I noticed like certain polishes like this that have a lot of that glowy shimmer can be a little more on the thicker side. So just beware when you are painting your nails, you want to make sure that you're letting each coat dry, because if not, you're going to end up like with clumpy polish all over the place and streaks, and you don't want that. But so Doorbuster Glowy AF with 2 coats and a glossy top coat. And then we have Who Doesn't Love Presents. So this one is going to be the Black Friday gift with purchase polish. This one is going to, so if you spend $25 or more before shipping, you're going to get this polish gifted to you. And it is described as a metallic plum with soft scattered hollow sparkle. Such a beautiful purple shade. The hollow sparkle in there is just enough to give it a little glow. I love my hollow flakies, anything that has those like hollow sparkles in them. I think it's always so pretty and always makes a polish so beautiful. The formula for this one was fantastic. I built it up to opacity in 2 coats. I think longer nails 2 coats should be fine for you as well. Such a perfect shade of purple, not too bright, not too dark. This is going to be a beautiful polish for like summertime, actually even for fall. Actually, you know what? Because this polish is like that in-between type of purple, it's gonna look beautiful all year round now that I'm really looking at it, because I would wear this in the fall, I'd wear this in the winter, like Valentine's Day, February, I'd wear this in the spring or summer. It's just that type of shade that is so flexible and so versatile that you can wear whenever you want. Obviously you can wear whatever you want, whenever you want, but you know, as a seasonal polish wearer, I'm always looking at certain colors with certain seasons. So there you have it. Pictured are 2 coats of Who Doesn't Love Presents with a glossy top coat. Now we're moving on to the After Dark Prisms collection. So like mentioned earlier, and again, all of this information will be listed down below. Each polish in this collection, there's 4 of them, will be $12 or $44 for the whole set. The collection is going to be 15% off for the first 24 hours. If you hear some scratching in the background, that is my baby kitten getting into trouble. This one is Little Red Dress, and this one is described as a ruby red metallic prism finish with hollow flakies. I remember when I pulled all of these polishes in the After Dark Prisms collection out from my package, and I was blown away. It is such a beautiful collection. The hollow sparkle in here, I love how they are dispersed and there's different sizes. So you have like your medium size, your smaller size. It just reminds me of like a starry night. Obviously not the color, but you know what I mean with the hollow flakies. For me, I found that this polish pulled more like pinkish, like it has a lot of pink undertones, or at least on me, it pulled like pink undertones. It is a beautiful red polish. The name Little Red Dress is perfect for this. The sparkle is just enough. The red with that hint of pink, which usually I don't like lean towards. I usually don't find myself getting like pinker type of red polishes. But this one was absolutely stunning. 2 coats, I think whether long or short nails, you're going to be fine. Beautiful polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Little Red Dress with a glossy top coat. Here we have Night Bright, and this one is described as a dark teal metallic prism with hollow flakes. This was a beautiful finish. I know sometimes with these darker polishes, people get worried with staining. I didn't see any of that mentioned in the PR notes, and I didn't experience any staining. Keep in mind that I do swatch very quickly, so the polish isn't on my nails for very long. Usually how I can tell if it's going to be a problem with staining is if when I'm removing the polish, I get some like stubborn polish issues along like the sides of my nails and cuticles. Like I really have to scrub sometimes, but I didn't experience that with this polish or any of these polishes in the Prisms After Dark collection. Beautiful, fantastic formula. 2 easy coats. Long or short nails, you're going to be fine with just 2 coats. I found that this polish had more chunkier hollow flakies than Little Red Dress, so the one that you just saw before this one. But I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think it looks absolutely stunning. It reminds me of just like a velvet sparkly dress on New Year's. It's such a beautiful polish. And I know like on the close-up shot, you could probably see a little bit of streakiness. You honestly can't really tell. I mean, in this photo, you can't even tell. Everything, for the most part, settles and the streaks go away. You can't even notice that they're there. Gorgeous, gorgeous polish. Pictured are 2 coats of Night Bright with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Enchantment, and this one is described as an indigo metallic prism finish with hollow flakies. So these all have that metallic prism finish, and they all have the hollow flakies. Again, another beautiful formula that we have here. Am I surprised? No, because this is Rogue Lacquer. I have been doing much better with trying to do thinner coats because I'm notorious for doing thick coats. I just like to do thick coats, but I found that it sometimes works in my favor if I start off with a thin coat and then go a little bit heavier on my second coat. I feel like the polishes usually apply much better that way, for me anyways. But again, I achieved opacity in 2 coats, just like the other previous polishes you saw. This one, I feel like, again, the hollow flickies are chunkier. I feel like in Little Red Dress, you had different variations of sizes, unless maybe it was just the base color, making it look that way. But this one is beautiful. This one looks like a starry, like galaxy night. I love the dark shiftiness. I mean, it's not like a shift. It doesn't have shifty shimmer, but you know what I mean, like on the edges of my nails or the perimeters of my nails, it has that darkness, which I love in any polish because it gives it so much depth. It makes it look more than just a flat color on your nails. So I appreciate it. Pictured are 2 coats of Enchantment with a glossy top coat. And the last polish in the After Dark Prisms collection is Twilight. And this one is described as a creamy antique gold with metallic prism finish with hollow flakies. So this one right here is for my nude lovers. If you love yourself a nude polish, but you want a little something extra in it, this one is for you. It's a beautiful, beautiful like gold color, but it's not a very intense gold. So it's at least for me, sometimes gold polishes kind of make me look more orange, or can kind of look more yellowish on my nails, which I'm not really the biggest fan. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of gold shimmer either for that reason, but I feel like this one was just the perfect shade of gold, like an antique gold, just how it's described. This was chocked full of hollow flakies. It could just be the base, right? But I feel like this one had a lot more flakies than the previous 3 that you just saw. This one is such a pretty color. It's pulling like white, I feel like, on the perimeters of my nail, and it could just be because of all that wonderful hollow flaky goodness mixed in with a creamy base. Very pretty color. I think this shade of gold is definitely a color where it feels safe to wear. Like I mentioned, I'm not the biggest fan of gold shimmer or like gold shades, just because it's always usually a miss on my nails. Could be a hit or miss, but more than likely it's a miss. But I feel like this one is a very safe shade of gold. I think it looks great on my tan skin, so I can imagine it's going to look great on other tan skin as well. And if you have lighter skin than me or darker skin than me, then it's really going to pop against your skin tone. It's a very pretty color. Pictured are 2 coats of Twilight with a glossy top coat. Now we're moving on to our holiday collection, and this one is the Merry and Bright collection. So just like the previous collection, $12 individually or $44 for the set. And it's also going to be 15% off for the first 24 hours when the site launches for the Black Friday sale. First up here is getting Figgy With It. It is described as a boysenberry crelly with gold and copper glass and black flakies. I love boysenberry. So fun fact about me, I used to work at IHOP for, I don't know, maybe a couple of years. I actually used to be a server for about like 6 or 7 years before I transitioned over to being a nurse. I was in nursing school while serving. It was just very flexible for me at the time to study and all of that. But I used to love putting boysenberry syrup on my pancakes. Oh gosh, yeah. But anyways, not talking about food, let's get on to this polish. I achieved opacity in just 2 easy coats. The flakies lie super flat, I had no issue with the formula. Rogue Lacquer always does an amazing job with their flaky polishes. This is really truly a boysenberry color. I am in love with the combination of these beautiful copper flakies, the black flakies, because I'm obsessed with black flakies. It's pretty. It's so pretty. And I hate to be like, oh, they're all so pretty, because I mean, honestly, they are though. So it's going to be tough making decisions, guys. It's going to be tough making purchasing decisions. I know. But if you don't have anything like this in your collection, then I strongly suggest that you try it, because why not? And because Rogue Lacquer makes amazing flaky polishes. So picture the hard 2 coats of getting Figgy With It with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have All I Want for Christmas, and this one is described as a cool blue crelly with purple, blue, green, and glass black flakies. So this one is similar to the first polish that you saw. Both have that squishy, lovely finish to them, but still built up beautifully to opacity, to full opacity. This one I did in 2 coats, and looking back at the footage, I think I probably would have went in with a 3rd thin coat. It was a little bit patchy, which I guess on the close-up you can kind of see, but during like the full hand swatch, it didn't look like that at all. So that's just me being a little bit picky. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to be fine for you, depending on how you apply this polish. Now, this isn't necessarily going to dry down super textured, and neither is getting Figgy With It, but because it's so flaky dense, sometimes like you can have a little bit of unevenness. Usually a glossy top coat is gonna like settle all of that for you and make it super smooth. For these types of like flaky dense polishes, I like to pair them with a glitter smoother and then go in with my glossy top coat, because I really love that plump, juicy effect that it gives. You don't need it. That's just how I like to polish my nails with these types of polishes. But I love this shade of blue. It's a very squishy polish, as is getting Figgy With It. They're beautiful. Pictured are 2 coats of All I Want for Christmas with a glossy top coat. Here we have Twinkle All The Way. So the next 2 I'm going to show you are flaky bombs. So Twinkle All The Way is described as a metallic silver with black flakes and with blue-green glass flakes. I don't know why I had trouble reading that. These are your classic Rogue Lacquer flaky bombs, and if you haven't tried them from Rogue Lacquer, you have to. They are just stunning. I usually build them up in just 2 coats. I think longer nails or even short nails, it's really going to depend on your preference and what you like. I prefer them in just 2 coats, even though you can kind of see some of my nail bed. I don't mind that. It's a flaky bomb. It's not meant to cover your entire nail. You can always pair it with a cream color underneath, but I think it looks much more pretty on its own, because it gives you that beautiful like metallic-y, is that a word? No, it's probably not. Metallic, like glass-like finish, and even almost like a reflective finish. And when I say reflective, not like your reflective glitter, reflective like a mirror reflective, you know. It's very pretty. You're not going to have any difficulty removing these flaky bombs because they're flakies. They're not going to like attach to the nail like a glitter would. But I would suggest using a glitter smoother and then using a glossy top coat to get that nice smooth plump finish. Pictured are 2 coats of Twinkle All The Way with a glossy top coat. And the last polish in the Merry and Bright collection is Ribbon Candy, and this one has orange, gold, pink, and green glass flakies and black flakies. This one is like Christmas, like funky Christmas on your nails. So you can see it's in a clear base, as was the polish before. 2 coats for me was just fine. Again, you may want to do a 3rd coat depending on your preference with flaky bombs. Definitely wait for each layer to dry in between, or you're going to have difficulty applying your polish. These flaky bombs are so jam-packed with flakies that you obviously are going to get full coverage. I found I got more coverage on this one than the previous one, but I think it was just my application. But this really does look like ribbon candy. You have all of your beautiful color flakies in there. You have the gold in there. It reminds me of like a ribbon that I used to put on my Christmas tree way back when, like all of the colors. It was like a gold base, and then I had like these green and orange and red polka dots. It was like I used it on our very first like Christmas tree, which wasn't a real one, by the way, because I used to live in a very small apartment, and we could only use like artificial trees, and it was like a tabletop tree. But I still have that ribbon, I think. I think I still have that ribbon. It's just kind of one of those things you hold on to just for memory. But nonetheless, I love this polish. I love all the colors in it. It's very Christmas appropriate. And honestly, I think this is very summer appropriate too, so versatile as well. Pictured are 2 coats of ribbon candy with a glossy top coat. And those are all of the polishes that I will be sharing today with you all. Again, I'm going to have all of the sale information listed down below so you can take a peek. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of great deals that are going to be going on as well. So take advantage if you're thinking of picking up any of these polishes. If Rogue is new to you, you will not be disappointed. I will tell you, these polishes are gorgeous. Anything else you decide to pick up, if you decide to pick up that isn't anything that I swatched today, you're not going to regret it. Rogue has an amazing formula. If you haven't tried their flaky bombs, I definitely suggest that you do. They're amazing. I've also been trying their nail bed healer. It's called Vortex. Rachel, the maker, actually threw this in my PR package, and I was so happy that she did. My nails have been rough, guys. They've been rough. I had polish on them for a week that I just let chip and peel and all that stuff. I wasn't oiling, I wasn't lotioning, nothing like that, and they are suffering the consequences right now. The peeling is, I've never seen peeling this bad before. So I've used this a couple times already, and I'm really going to dedicate myself to trying it out. I really want to see how it's going to make a difference with my nails. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these polishes. If you're thinking of trying any, I'd love to know. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one.